The iPad! The perfect device for drawing, watching Netflix, and gooning, but there's only one issue. It runs iPad OS. Today, I'm going to be trying to install Android on my iPad. Real quick, the first version of this video actually got me a strike. So a lot of this video has been cut out and it's been re-recorded. So if you want to support me, join my Discord, the link's on the screen here. And you know, you can join my amazing community. And how do I legally install Android on my iPad? Well, you have to watch to find out, won't you? Can't tell you now, that's going to ruin my watch time. So, if you enjoyed this video, please make sure to subscribe. Make sure to join my Discord, and if you really enjoy, become a member. Thank you for the incredible feedback on the last video. It really means a lot. Anyway, I hope you enjoy. What if you just use stick debug? Use stick debug. Why are you still using alt store? Love your accent. Oh, thanks, man. So, as it turns out, I've done this very wrong. Because apparently I should be using side store instead. But what's the point in fixing something if it's not broken? But in future videos, I will use side store. So, the issue I faced in my last video with getting JIT installed is that apparently alt store is older. And apparently it's even a miracle that it still works. Wait. If you're wondering what JIT means, here's my explanation from my previous video. JIT stands for just in time. And in short, it basically means that we're going to get faster speeds. I've been told by all of you to use stick debug. And apparently what this does is allows you to get JIT on device.
Well, no fucking shit.
So, let's get the stick debug IPA. Select download. I know everybody told me to use side store, but I've already got this working, you know, what's the point? So let's go to stick debug. We now want to get UTM again. So, we need to use iLoader. iLoader is basically the app for the computer that allows you to get the mobile device parent file. I have no idea what I'm doing at all. But I think this is more entertaining, because I'm more confused. I've done it! I've enabled JIT. Finally. So, what was I doing wrong? Turns out I was supposed to be using something called local dev VPN.
Wow.
And you're probably thinking,
oh, what's that?
I don't know myself, but I think it's what allows JIT to be enabled. Just because the person you listen to is a twat and who's uneducated. Let's go through what's actually happening. Local dev VPN basically allows you to connect to the servers which allow you to refresh JIT. So, how do I check to see if JIT is enabled? I don't know, but let's actually get into the video now. We need the Android x86 files, because that's what we're going to try and emulate. We might as well just use because why not? Download, and your download will start shortly. So now let's go to UTM, create new virtual machine. As it turns out, to be able to virtualize, I believe you need to jailbreak. And if not, I know I'm going to get a million comments. So let's just hope I'm right. And if you remember from last video, this isn't my iPad. You know, if you watched the last video on this thing, you know that this is my mum's iPad. I'm just borrowing it because she said I could if I gave her a shout out. So shout out to my mum! So, in tradition, shout out to my mum! So no, I won't be jailbreaking this thing. But I do have another iPad, which is mine, which I can use to jailbreak for another video. So subscribe for that. But you know, at least we have JIT enabled. Finally, create new virtual machine, emulate, Linux, continue, click continue, continue. Right, now if you've seen any of my videos, then you know this will probably go very, very wrong. Like that, for example.
Later.
What did I just do? How do I enable JIT for the app then? Oh, it's worked. It's worked. Enter. Display output is not active. No. Okay, let's try and restart. Let's just launch it every time with this. Oh, okay, I needed to go down to the installer. Okay, that makes a bit more sense. Oh, whoa. So let's see. Oh, okay. So it's gotten to the point of the video where I've basically said fuck this and given up. I'm joking. We need to install Android 9.0 on my iPad. But how can it cause damage to my machine? Let's run this and let's see. Oh, we'll just run the first one. Oh my god. Okay, that's something I never expected to see ever. But wow, okay. Taking a while to boot mine. You know, you might be looking at this and thinking, oh yeah, that's quite cool. We're seeing the Android boot up on an iPad, but no. This is Android 9.0, whereas thanks to one of the glorious members of my Discord, they sent me over a guide to get Lineage OS working. So let's do that. Goodbye.
Bye.
Here is the guide we've been supplied. Oh, that sort of rhymed, didn't it?
Shut your fucking mouth!
This isn't an M1 or M2 iPad, and it's not between iPad OS 14.5 and 16.3. We can always try it, because why not, honestly? It's downloading. I'm now opening up Lineage OS. It's got a little Android icon. Whoa! Oh my god. Oh my god. Just, we'll leave that for... Okay, I guess we're not leaving that for now then. So let's go in here and let's just lower the amount of RAM that it has. Put it down to 1 GB, that's fine. Alright, enter. Oh, just do it yourself. Oh, there you go. Come on. Get past this. Oh no. It's gone. Crash it. Fuck. And after many attempts, we still kept failing. It'll crash in a second. Yeah, gone. Okay. But this is when I had a stroke of genius. What's the point in trying all of these newer Android systems? You know how we're currently on Android 16? How about we go back, not 1, not 2, but 13.8 versions. We need to go back to Android 2.2. And why? Because that's the only version of Android this thing will run. Android 2.2 it is then. Dear me, this is going to be awful. Oh, enter. Android. And then, after some time... Oh, okay. We have now successfully installed Android on an iPad. Android on an iPad. That was easier than I expected. Of course. On-screen keyboard. This is originally where the video came to an end. But with me having to cut out a load of content from this video, I thought that it wouldn't be fair for me to leave it on this. So, with the help of Jarvis, we are going to install Bliss OS on my iPad. But before we continue, let me just reiterate. This content is created for educational purposes and does not provide any illegal or illegitimate download links, nor does it demonstrate how to bypass payment for digital content. All of the software in this video is taken from legal, legitimate services. This video does not condone or encourage illegal activities, including unauthorized access, theft, or damage to systems. This video follows YouTube's community guidelines. And you're probably wondering, what is Bliss OS? Bliss OS is an open source operating system that allows you to run Android on standard computers. Think of it as a bridge. It takes the original Android UI that you're familiar with and brings it over to a computer. It's a fork of the Android x86 project. And long story short, it means that we're going to be able to run Android on a PC. But remember earlier when we kept getting this error? Oh my god. Well, we need an app called Get More RAM. Yes, that is actually what it's called. And you know what it does? It's basically the equivalent of downloading more RAM. So, let's download some more RAM. So we need to get more RAM. And how do I do that? That is actually an excellent question. So we need to open up the IPA and Alt Store. Right. We need a cable. So let's add entitlement.ipa. What we are doing is installing Get More RAM. But what I think we have to do is deactivate UTM because you only get 3 slots with a developer app. So now we have this. Let's select UTM. Increased memory limit. And now let's come out of here, go into Alt Store and activate UTM. Bye bye Get More RAM. Why can't Alt Store find this device? Activate, Get More RAM. I see why everybody told me to use Side Store now. But we're too far in, and we now need to make the Bliss OS VM. It's 3 o'clock in the morning, by the way, while making this. Please subscribe. Create a new virtual machine. Emulate Linux. But thank you to the wonderful Jarvis, we have the instructions. So continue with the 2009 CPU. 20 gigabytes of storage. This is a 4 gig iPad, so we set it to 1.5 gigabytes of RAM. Use multi-core and set the GPU to Vertio GPU GL PCI, and then click save. We're running low on memory error, almost ruined this entire video. Every time I tried to boot Bliss OS, it came up with exactly the same error, and it got to the point of where I thought I'd have to scrap the entire video. I'd already been striked for making this video once. Is it even worth putting in the effort to carry it on? Of course it is! Once again, with the help of Jarvis, he sent me over his copy of his UTM VM. And by opening this, we can open it into a live boot. And hooray! We've successfully got Android 11 working on my iPad. So, let's explore! Oh my god, Bliss Launcher. Oh my god. And here we are. We have the actual version of Android running on an iPad. Let's go into the gallery. Obviously the speeds aren't great. No external storage. That's fine. You know, this is a live boot, but still, the fact of how this is possible is incredible. Once again, this wouldn't have been possible without Jarvis. Let's see what's in here. Oh, we got some new apps. I assume these are the settings. Good evening, owner. There's a lot of bits to choose from in here, isn't there? Let's go into About Tablet. And we are currently on Android 11. Oh, you don't want to be making animations on this one, mate. To be fair, it runs surprisingly better than I thought it would. So here are all the installed apps. That's basically it for Bliss OS. If you enjoyed this video, please make sure to subscribe. Thank you to all the incredible names on screen here. Make sure to join my Discord server, become a member, and have a lovely day.